Well, I think one thing that is clear from the kind of conversations that have taken place here tonight
Steve, can't hear you.
is thank you. I think what's clear from the conversations that have taken place here tonight is that the challenges that lie ahead of us are at least as great as the ones that we've already faced. And it's going to require, as I say, a good deal of precise decision-making based on an attention to the detail and the facts, and investigation of those facts, and able to come to good decisions. We need, first of all, to get a 5-year plan financially, because we're flying blind at this point without it, in order to be able to make the really big decisions on not just R&R, but where our maintenance is going. At the same time, the board really needs to take on a completely different role from the way it's been in the past few years of micromanaging, because things have gone so badly. We have a management company coming in. We have to now move to a level of strategic management. And the first most important thing to do is to build in a series of performance standards. When we talk about all of the things that need to be done, the quality of service that needs to be delivered here, all of that comes down to establishing and enforcing performance standards across all of the departments. This is the level at which the board should be operating, and not at a micromanaging level. When we go through these kinds of things, it's going to require a level of consensus building, and one of the things that I have been effective at doing is bringing consensus to disparate ideas. So I think that based on that kind of experience, I'd like to ask for your support for this election for this 1-year term. Thank you.
Okay, again, to restate, I have also just rewritten my closing statement based on what I've learned over the past few days. So here goes. I want to give you a little background on how I came to be running. I really didn't have any thought about running for the board. I was going to join some committees and try to work from that point of view, and maybe a year or two from now run. But after some of my comments at some of the meetings, I heard from some folks, many of whom I didn't even really know at that point, you should run for the board, you should run for the board. Not just after the meetings, but also people stopped me in the hall who apparently had heard from people or who had been at the meeting. You should think about running for the board. So really only a few weeks ago, a month ago, I started thinking of seriously running for the board. I'm running as an independent, and I take that seriously. I haven't been a part of the history of the Galaxy troubles. However, as a homeowner, I've inherited them, as we all have. I want to be part of finding solutions for these problems and fix them so they never happen again. If I am elected, and even before then, I want to hear from you and I want to hear your ideas. If they're right for the Galaxy, we will try to make them work. I will try to make them work. If I think the board as a whole, or any board director or directors are off track, I will say so. I will say so in executive session, and I will say it in open session if necessary. I'm not into power, as some have alluded. This is about responsibility. And this director position is about service. Importantly, I want to make sure the board does not micromanage, is responsible for making management company do what we need to do, and not run a cookie cutter operation in our board, in our operation. Please call and email me with your thoughts, and I hope I have your support on March 5th. Thank you.
For many years, we the owners blindly trusted the board of directors with our investments, our homes, and our money. The board members were supposed to work diligently to take care of us. We were supposed to hire the best, the most honest, the most qualified professionals. These professionals were supposed to protect us by maintaining a well-balanced budget, by hiring the most qualified contractors, and by reviewing the contracts that should have protected us. When you look around the galaxy and look at our financial shape and our physical shape, I think we can all agree that the previous boards have failed us. But unfortunately, we also failed ourselves, because most of us waited until the $25 million was spent and our maintenance almost doubled before we woke up. But that was yesterday, and we can't go back in time, but we can learn from our mistakes. Most of you know me as not much of a talker, but a doer. I'm a watchdog. I will watch the remainder of the construction work. I will not allow any more substandard workmanship and substandard materials like we've been getting in the lobbies and everywhere else. I will watchdog and stop any board member who tries to abuse his power by forcing anything like sub-metering on us without the owner's approval. I have always been there for you whenever you needed me. I was there when you needed me with the permits, the crooked contractors, the forced loan, the bylaw and master deed amendments, the Guttenberg Park, the lobby deconstruction, the substandard windows that was forced on us, the trees, the access to our financial records, our right to free speech, and the north and south lots. Tonight I'm asking you to be there for me by voting for me on March 5th. Elect me as your director. Let me be your watchdog, and I promise I will always be there for you. Thank you very much.